I can't seem to escape the lore that is Ashley Trevino, so we are going to talk about exactly what the hell is going on with her account and why everyone is so fascinated with her. Shoot, that's the wrong picture. Hold on. Okay, so this is Ashley Trevino, and I have gone down the rabbit hole to discover everything there is to know about Ashley so that you don't have to. And here's what we know. She is 35 years old. She lives in Texas and has two daughters who are 13 and 15 years old, but they are primarily raised by Ashley's parents because their biological father passed away. So she used to work at a dental office, but when the office went under new management, allegedly by people who were Indian, she quit and said on a live feed, "I ain't working for no Indians." Now, her only income only comes from TikTok and doing these live streams where she battles other creators and then just kind of begs people for money. Her relationship with her daughters has been turbulent at best. She has actually admitted in her videos or live streams that she has abused her daughters, pulling them by their hair, that she has been jealous of her daughters because of how the biological father preferred the daughter over her. And she even uses racial slurs towards her daughter, even at one point calling her the N-word with a hard R. And most of the time when she is on live, she's just insulting and belittling her daughters. And God forbid anyone point out how successful the daughters are on TikTok on their own accounts, because when they amassed over 300,000 followers, Ashley could not stand to acknowledge that they were growing on their own and could potentially surpass her. But as it stands this morning, she is at like 927,000 followers, which blows my mind. Now, reportedly, her daughters only stay with her from Thursday until Sunday, but for a long time, Ashley admitted that they were sleeping on air mattresses when they were at her house because, quote, they're only here from Thursday to Sunday. So why would she buy them actual beds? Meanwhile, she's flaunting these like Louis Vuittons and luxury bags that she probably got on DHgate, but still, it's the principle of it. But when people raised concerns over that, she went ahead and bought them beds, apparently. I don't know. But despite all of this, that's actually not why she first started gaining followers or popularity on this app. See, Ashley notoriously goes after men that are in prison and has been labeled an inmate hopper. Now, she has boasted about dating over 30 inmates in the last 5 years. How you date an inmate, I don't know. But I do love the show Love After Lockup, so maybe that's what she's really going after. Her first boyfriend after the girl's dad passed was a guy named Jesse who was fresh out of prison, and their relationship was very volatile. Within days of him being released from prison, Ashley was actually talking about getting his name tattooed on her face, but then Jesse broke up with her, so she faked a pregnancy to try and get him to stay, and at times would ask her kids how they were going to help her raise the baby. And then she claimed to lose the baby, which is something I've experienced and I would never wish on anyone, but she was also documented drinking and smoking while she was pregnant. So after Jesse, she started dating Francisco, who was convicted of murdering 2 teenage girls. Now, Ashley has 2 teenage girls, and yet she would be seen on lives talking to this guy, saying things like, "Oh, baby, I know you didn't do those things," and would even mock the victims. Watch this video.
God, they said, honestly, rip to those who lost their lives. Don't laugh, babe.
Oh my God. I don't know why they're being like that.
They're commenting so many stupid things.
It doesn't bother me. The worst is
Why is it funny? Because y'all are sitting there posting that on my stuff. That's why it's funny. Because y'all are sitting there making it seem like some man is guilty of that when he had nothing to do with that. So that's why it's so funny, because y'all are blaming somebody that's innocent. Like, y'all don't even know the whole freaking story, bro.
The victims that she is laughing about are 19-year-old Eviana Cortez and 13-year-old Elizabeth Juarez. And she claims that this guy is innocent, but his DNA was literally found on the shell casings. She has also mentioned wanting to reach out to this person, Chris Watts, the man who unalived his pregnant wife and 2 young daughters, claiming that he probably wouldn't have done those things if he was happy. So now she's apparently involved with this guy, Santos. Now, Santos is a 19-year-old creator with allegations of DV against him, and he flew from California to Texas to meet Ashley after the 2 of them gained attention on this app. Now, apparently one of her daughters actually had a really big crush on Santos, but that did not deter Ashley from doing the following. So Santos flies from California to Texas to hang out with Ashley, and he set up this whole makeup crew to come and glam her up, and they made it this whole big ordeal like she was getting ready to go to the prom, boasting all of this right in front of her high school school age daughter who, by the way, dropped out of high school, so she won't even get to experience a prom because her mom isn't encouraging her to make better choices. So that night, Ashley and Santos go out, they live stream the whole thing, they're flirting, and then at one point, Ashley tells everyone that she has seen his pee-pee and Santos has seen her new-new.
Did it smell? Did it smell?
Then on Christmas, she spent the whole day cooking a brisket for Santos, and then she crashed out because he wasn't answering her calls, he wasn't showing up. So she went on live saying that she hates him, she's crying. And then finally he calls her and said that he was just sleeping apparently, but he's still coming over. He then apparently comes over, and there's other people there as well, just not her daughters, even though it's Christmas. And they're live streaming as they're partying and drinking. Well, someone watching the live actually called the cops because they knew that Santos was underage. So the cops show up, and while she's streaming this, while she's partying on live and drinking with Santos and these other people, she says that she gets a text from her daughter that says, quote, "Mom, I miss you. Can I please come spend the night with you?" She reads that text and then she starts laughing and just completely blows it off and then calls her dad because the cops are at her house checking IDs. And Santos then gave the cops a fake ID that claimed he was 24 years old, but multiple people have since called the police, CPS, and other departments urging authorities to step in and do something because she keeps acting so vile and putting her kids in these situations. Now, one incident that caught her a lot of heat was when she was literally using a personal toy called a rose on a live feed and literally pleasured herself on the live feed. And her fucking kids are on this app. In another video, she also admitted that if her daughter ever lied about her age to hook up with a guy who was over the age of 18, she wouldn't call the cops because, quote, she was young once. Now leave it to Ashley Trevino to make Casey Anthony look like a better mom. I mean, I didn't think it could be done. I still hate Casey Anthony though. As of right now, there seems to be a collective effort to unfollow her on December 31st. So if you are currently following her, make sure to participate in this effort to get this person deplatformed because she adds nothing of substance or value to this app while in turn traumatizing her daughters.